What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to check out the top tips for the Sinnoh event, Pokemon Go, to make sure you guys have everything you need to do to succeed over the next week. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how excited are you guys for the Sinnoh event, Pokemon Go? Have you guys been getting after it? Because we have a bunch of spawns, we have some semi-decent Pokemon, and we have a lot of Pokemon that we could probably utilize to max out to 40 if you guys aren't to level 46. And plus, we have a new shiny, and Heatran has taken over the raids. So it's an exciting time for us. So let's get into all the details we need to know about the Sinnoh event in Pokemon Go right now. The event is going to go from Tuesday, January 12th, which is today at 10 a.m. local time. So for most of us seeing this video right now, the event is already live. And then it's going to go all the way until Sunday, January 17th at 8 p.m. local time. So we have about 5 days to get after it, guys. So it's time to get into business. Absolutely loving all these boosted spawns. It is seriously like an amazing time to play Pokemon Go. We have new field research, which we will check out in a tip that's going to include encounters with some of the starters, the Piplup Chimchar, as well as the Turtwig, and then we have the BUIZEL encounter, and then we also have a Shieldon encounter and Stardust, which is really cool, and then we have a new collection challenge. Just wanted to point out for the collection challenge, guys, I was saving mine through the last event because I was going to hit it on the Monday Adventure Sync on a star piece to hopefully get more Stardust when collecting, and it disappeared, so I don't believe that I was able to collect that unless it automatically gave it to me, which I don't think was the case. So make sure to collect that before the event is over, because this one does have a magnetic lure in there, which is a premium lure, so it's definitely in your best interest to finish that. In addition, we have new spawns. We have raids that are going to be shaken up. We do have a Pokemon in there that's going to be Gible. A lot of you guys are going to be very interested in trying to raid for that shiny. And we also have other raid bosses. We have Heatran out, and then we have the new shiny, which is going to be BUIZEL as well. So with all that said, guys, let's get into my top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1, I usually start off not with raids. I usually go somewhere else, but since there is a very impactful Pokemon in here, which is going to be Gible, I'm going to start off with the raid bosses. So Gible is in there. It does have a shiny. Obviously, there is a paywall for you guys to be able to get it because you have to pay to participate in the raids. So the shiny is out there. Garchomp is a monster Pokemon, and it's very relevant when playing against Heatran, which is also out right now with a shiny. If you guys do want to check out anything to do with the counter guide, I also have an excellent throw tutorial. You guys can check out the Heatran playlist up here. So I'm just going to address the 100% IVs on this Gible, which is going to be 635 under normal conditions, everything except 2 conditions at level 20. And under those 2 conditions, which is going to be a little bit unique because it's a ground and a dragon, is going to be windy as well as sunny weather. 794 is going to be the 100% IV at level 25. And so beyond that, we do have the starters in there. Honestly, guys, the starters are in the wild, and if it's weather boosted for some of those starters, you probably can commandeer something close or at least good, similar to what you would get in a raid. However, it's going to be potentially a lot higher level, so I would stay away from the starters in the raids. And then you have the BUIZEL in there and the Shinx. Shinx is cool. Definitely love that shiny as well. So we have 2 relatively cool Pokemon in the tier 1 raids. And then as far as the tier 3 raids, you can check them out over here and pause if you do like. Not really the biggest fan of any of those ones. We also do have mega raids as well if you guys want to get after that. But do remember that when walking your buddy, you can also get mega energy there as well. So walking, typically speaking, if it's 3 kilometers, you walk 3 rounds of 3 kilometers for a total of 9 kilometers, you're gonna get 45 mega energy, which for the most part is gonna be enough to mega evolve that Pokemon. So that's definitely a way to get more mega energy as opposed to raiding for it, because then we also have the Heatran, which does have the shiny if you wanna check it out up here. It's definitely gonna be worth your while. So with all that said, raids, Gibles, be wary. It's got a paywall, so some of us may be able to get that shiny fast. It's a great way for us to stack up on candy. We can get XL candy and the shinies in there as well. Just want to address it up front. So with all that said, let's get into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to deal with the spawns. So we do have a bunch of spawns that are out. There are some shinies out there. There are some shinies that I need. So we're going to have a couple different ways for us to approach these spawns that are going to be live. Number 1, shinies. Number 2, we have Pokemon that are very high in prevalence. So over this week span, if you do grind really hard, especially coinciding with weather boosts, you can get a lot of XL candy for some of these Pokemon. If you guys are not for level 46 to 47 when you're going to max out your Pokemon, there are a couple pretty decent ones in here, especially if they're going to be more common, such as the starters that you may consider using. So with all that said, let's get into the starters, starting off with starter number 1, which is going to be Turtwig, which is going to go into Torterra. It does have a shiny potential. It does have its uses. It's not going to be really super prevalent in the Go Battle League. And as far as the meta attacker, now that Mega Venusaur is out, kind of diminishes this Pokemon, but it is a potential out there. That one does need the Frenzy Plant. Then we have Chimchar as well, not super relevant, but of the three, we do have the Empoleon coming from the Piplup that does have a shiny. This one is relevant for the Great and the Ultra League. It's going to be ranked 80 in the Great League with Waterfall, Hydro Cannon, which is a Calm Day move, and then it's going to have Drill Peck as well, and it's going to be ranked 101 in the Ultra League. In the Great League, it's going to be 0, 13, 15, and in the Ultra League, it's going to be 1, 15, 14. And moving on next, we have Bidoof, Cranidos, and Shieldon. So Cranidos going into Rampardos is a very powerful attacker. We did see it prevail as the #1 rock attacker that was coming out. Obviously, we do have some megas that are going to be rock attackers as well that will take over that spot, but Cranidos, being that it's rare, it's only a 1 evolution, definitely something that you may want to consider. Is a little bit glassy, but it does get a premier rock move, and it is very powerful with the Smackdown and the Rock Slide on that Pokemon. And then we have Bastiodon. Bastiodon is going to be relevant in the Great League. If you are going to XL it, it's going to be ranked 12. If you're not going to XL it, it's going to be ranked 32. The moveset is going to be Smackdown, Stone Edge, and Flamethrower as recommended from PV Poke. If you choose to use XL in this Pokemon, 100% IV, it's going to be level 50 at a 0, 15, 14, which is one of the first times we'll be able to utilize that Pokemon with that dropped attack, high defense, and stamina. And then we have Combi, BUIZEL, which is the new shiny out. Really like that shiny if you want to check it out. And then we have Drifloon as well. Drifloon does have a shiny, and now that the XL is out, it is relevant in both the Great and the Ultra League. In the Great League, it's going to be ranked 53 with Hex, Icy Wind, and Shadow Ball. 100% IV is going to be 0, 15, 12. And the Drifblim in the Ultra League is going to be ranked 21, same exact moveset. You are going to be able to boost it to 50 and a half, so powering it up all the way to level 49 and a half, and then buddy boosting it will sit it at 2,500. 100% IV is going to be 0, 15, 15. And then we have Glameow, which does have a shiny. We also have the Purugly as well. That one's going to be a second tier evolution. It's going to give you more Stardust per catch. And then we have the Hippopotas. Hippopotas is going to be ranked 48 in the Hippowdon in the Master League with the moveset of Ice Fang, Earth Power, and Body Slam, which is pretty relevant. That's going to be 100% IVs, all at 15. And then we also have 2 more Pokemon. #1 is going to be Skorupi. Does go into Drapion. The Skorupi is a shiny. And then finally, we have the Snover. So guys, if you've already been grinding Snovers, you're semi-short of using that for the XL Candy to be able to get you 296 to power that one up. This might be a time for you guys to catch up on that one because it's a relevant Pokemon. It also does have the Mega. It's a Grass and an Ice type, and the Ice type is going to be strong against any Dragon type, especially the Dragon Flyings like the Rayquaza, because they're going to be double weak to Ice. So having this Pokemon in a Mega boosted all the way to level 50 is going to be definitely helping out your team. It's also relevant in the Go Battle League. In the Great League, it's going to be ranked 30 with Weather Ball, which is going to be the Ice form, Energy Ball, which is a grass move, as well as the Powder Snow for the moveset. 100% IV is going to be 0, 15, 15 for the Great League. And in the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 3 if you choose to XL it. If you don't, it's going to be ranked 35. That one can be 100% IVs with the Buddy Boost without any XL power-ups, and that's going to serve for that rank 32. But for the rank 3, you can Buddy Boost it all the way to level 51 at a 1, 15, 14. So that's what it is, guys. Make sure to get out there, choose some of these Pokemon. I would say Snover if you guys are relatively close, because this is the second time that we have boosted Snover spawns. And then some of these other ones in the Go Battle League, you're going to have to grind for them, such as the Shieldon. That one's going to be relevant. And then obviously, you can use the Cranidos as well and start powering that one up. It's probably going to be a little bit more rare, but the conditions that you're going to look for is partly cloudy for that Pokemon. So with all that said, guys, let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is actually going to be a semi-relevant pool of 5-kilometer eggs. Guys, there's some pretty good Pokemon in here. There are shinies in there. So actually, for the first time in a very long time, I can't remember when the last time was, I'm going to recommend that if you're not grinding, which you probably should be, for those 12-kilometer eggs, that 5-kilometer eggs should be part of this event for you guys. And even after the Machop Calm Day, then you can start utilizing those 5-kilometer eggs. We have Kricketot that does have a shiny. We have Badoo that does have a shiny. That's a baby Pokemon, so you can only hatch that one. 100% IV on that one is going to be 489. And then we have Cranidos, which is going to be 1040, hatch level 20, 100% IV. And then we have Shieldon, 100% IV is going to be 509. Also, 12, 15, 15 coming straight out of eggs, which is hatchable, would be the non-altered 100% IV for that Pokemon. If you guys don't choose to best buddy it up, or you don't want to start using XL candies to power it up, you just want to use it straight out of an egg, 12, 15, 15 would be the hundo. We have Bronzer that does have a shiny, and then we have another baby in there as well, which is going to be Bonsly. Bonsly, rare shiny, can only be hatched 744 100%. And then we have Hippopotas 776 100% IV coming straight out of eggs, and that one serves best in the Master League, so the 100% IV is going to be the best one for you guys to get for that. And then finally we have Krogunk in there that does have a shiny 544 in there. Really decent Pokemon for the Ultra League, semi-glassy, but you can hatch a hundo and utilize it if you don't plan to buddy boost it or anything like that either. And finally, without going into another tip, we are going to check out the research tasks. So we have power up a Pokemon 4 times, which is going to give you an encounter with one of the starters, a random encounter. However, powering up Pokemon 4 times, if you continually do this, is going to be a big drain on your Stardust. So what I would suggest doing if you want to do this task, which I don't know if you really need to, you can either dump it for 1, or 2, if you choose to do it, power up level 1 Pokemon, because then it'll only cost you like 800 Stardust to power it up 4 times, and I would definitely suggest stacking up on 3 of those before you choose to waste Stardust towards that task. Turtwig 508, Chimchar 410, Piplup 460, 100% IVs level 15. We have defeat a Team Go Rocket Grunt, which is relatively easy for 500 Stardust, so you might as well get some Stardust while defeating Grunts and saving up 12km eggs for the Machop Day, because we do have the tips coming out very soon. And then we have Win 2 Raids, which is going to be either a Cranidos or a Shieldon. Really like this task. Neither have shinies, but they're both relevant Pokemon. 780 for the Cranidos, and 381 for the Shieldon. And then defeat 2 Team Go Rocket Grunts, which is going to give you a BUIZEL encounter. BUIZEL, 452, 100% IV, and that is the new shiny. So what are the big takeaways of the event? Go through here, find some Pokemon that you are close to or have a lot of candy that you do want to power up all the way to level 50 and start grinding it out. 296 XL candy is going to be needed. We have Gible in raids that does have a shiny, which is really powerful. We have a pretty decent pool of 5km eggs, which I'm actually a fan of. And then obviously we have the shiny Heatran as well. So guys, get out there, play, have fun, get a lot of Stardust, and do a lot of research and raid a lot as well if you guys are trying to get to level 50 for the XP, which is 176 million. So thank you guys for being here. Likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes the support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.